Every woman who prays or prophesies with her head uncovered dishonours her head. It is just as though her head were to be shaved. St. Paul wrote these words to the Corinthians thousands of years ago. Yet today, there are a growing number of Catholic women who are bringing this ancient tradition back to life. From Asia to Africa, the Middle East to Europe, mantillas, colloquially called veils or scarves, are making a revival in the Catholic Church. The question remains, however, is this just a performative trend or a genuine revival of tradition?
At his latest general audience, Pope Leo challenged the global church to become active participants in the liturgy, not just passive spectators. For a rising generation of women, that active participation starts with what they wear: veils. Father Peter explains the biblical backing from 1 Corinthians and traces how the practice started in the early church.
But you know what? Through the scriptures, we see a lot of instances of veils. Veils are something that signifies something holy. So, when you go to the church now, you'll see a whole bunch of things that are veiled. Well, for starters, the tabernacle gets veiled, the place of God's holy presence where Jesus is, in the Eucharist.
Young women begin to veil for a number of reasons, including some being inspired after seeing online images of the veiling practice.
When I put my veil on, it makes me feel like a bride. And when it is time for Holy Communion, it feels like I'm a bride processing to my bridegroom. And when I receive Jesus in the Eucharist, it feels like the most perfect marriage.
However, for some, veiling is not popular in their countries and holds less importance in their culture.
In Hungary, if you will, you are kind of like a Pharisee because you are just really caring about what other people see. You care a lot about what's going on the outside and less about what you are feeling and what's going on the inside during a Mass.
In the streets of Rome, the motivation why people wear veils varies.
Because a lot of people, when they have special meetings with the Pope, they like to wear this as a respect to the Church. 10, 20, within a month or so, yes.
I think it's important for each to test their own motive. Why am I doing this? Am I doing this just to fit in with everyone else? Am I doing this in order to be someone who's perceived in a particular direction or, belonging to a particular group? Because at the end of the day, the veil is supposed to be a sign of holiness, and not just perceived holiness, and a sign of humility.
Whether you view it as a performative trend or a genuine revival of Catholic tradition, mantillas are reshaping the landscape of modern Catholic worship. Reporting from Rome, Mary D'Assumpcio, EWTN Summer Academy.